trying to hold me back, but I'm ready to go. I ain't even sweating these fools, it's the only thing that they know. You know, entrepreneurs, you only do what you're told. That's how I know you ain't talking to me when you say no.
It's about that time, it's about that time. What's up, guys? I'm Skullz, and today we are hopping into... What the hell happened there? What's up, guys? I'm Skullz, and today we are hopping into Fear Inoculum, the final album by Tool. I hope to God not. I even got the Fear Inoculum shirt for this. Yo, I am hyped. I am hyped. But yes, we are continuing the journey. We are coming off of the Opiate EP, and we are hopping into this. Man, I'm so excited. I cannot wait to get into this. This is a behemoth of an album. It looks like every song is like 10 minutes plus. That's wild. So I got my work cut out for me, but I'm not gonna waste any more time. Let's hop into this. But first, if you're new here, consider hitting the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Helps the channel grow, helps the video reach more people, and I appreciate it a lot. Let's hop into this album. Interesting sounds. Okay, so far, I just want to say it's a really nice and interesting use of new and old sounds. It feels new and it feels familiar from Tool, and that's a really, really cool way to approach an album 13 years after the last one. You want your fans to feel at home, but also feel like they're in for something new and exciting. And that's exactly how I feel right now. But yeah, they're using that same drum sound that they used in Reflection and also Intention. It's a little bit lower in the mix this time. Also the bongos or conga, I don't know which it is, but it's very similar to like Disposition and other things Danny has integrated into the band as well. That tribal aesthetic. It sounds great, man. Everything sounds so clean and bright, and once again, the mixing is incredible. And we're only a minute and 30 in. I really like the dark synth here too, and there's almost like sitars going on. It sounds sort of like a sitar. But yeah, so far so good. This is so like subdued and controlled, man. This feels like the most in control Tool has ever felt. At their center, at their piece. It almost feels like he's keeping something at bay. Like again, throughout their discography, I felt like there's been this sort of theme where it's like they're trying to keep the darkness at bay. And I get a sense of that. But like I said, it feels like he's more in control with it. It's a bit more confident. And I think the fact that it's in a 4/4 time signature lends to that. It's familiar. It's like he's been here before. He knows what he's doing. That's what I'm getting off of the sound anyways. I'm not going to jump into the lyrics yet. They're very sparse so far, so I wouldn't have much to go over just yet. But I did hear Long Overdue, which, what a way to enter an album that's 13 years late. Yo, Maynard sounds so good, I like want to cry. It's so freaking good. His voice is so clear and beautiful, man. It's like this bright, powerful force in the midst of this dark mix. Like the entire song sonically sounds so dark. And like the only things that really stick out as bright, to me anyways, are the drums and Maynard's voice. If the whole album is mixed like this, I think this is going to be the best mixed one since Lateralis. I know a lot of people think 10,000 Days was like their best mixed one, and in a lot of ways it probably is, but I think Lateralis had way more ambience and soundscapes and room than 10,000 Days, and I really appreciated that. I think it just gave it more variety. I don't think there's a lot of albums that sound anything like Lateralis, and I think there are a lot of albums that try to sound like 10,000 Days. I'm loving this so far. It is so cerebral and surreal, and like I'm closing my eyes and just taking it in, and it feels like the room is just like warping. It just has such a undulated vibe about it. I know I use that word a lot, like especially in the more cerebral tracks, but this definitely has that aspect to it. Yo, the timing is crazy. I can't even try to figure it out really. This feels like where Tool was going after Lateralis. Like I said with 10,000 Days, it really felt like a step backwards for me because it was like Maynard was in a good place in Lateralis and he kind of took a step back when he lost his mother and kind of went to this darker place. This seems like he's back on his finding his peace and prioritizing it. And this song's just coming out so gracefully. Really love the bass in this later half too. It's really something. Justin is just doing what he does. He's killing it. Wow. Okay, so that was a very restrained intro. That was probably the most restrained intro since Stinkfist. I just remember coming off of Undertow and going into Stinkfist thinking like, oh, it's going to be a banger. It's going to be crazy. And Stinkfist was just much more self-aware. But man, like I said, this album's a behemoth. It sounds like a behemoth. The bottom end of everything, it sounds so big. Like it has like a soundscape about it where it just feels huge. This has me really excited. This is a different type of Tool, but I'm gonna hop into the lyrics now, which is kind of funny because this is like one of their longer songs. I mean, it's over 10 minutes and it looks like it has the least amount of lyrics in most of their songs. But anyways, verse 1, immunity, long overdue. Contagion, I exhale you. Naive, I opened up to you. Venom and mania, now contagion, I exhale you. So it sounds like he's declaring that he's immune to whatever's plagued him all these years. He calls it a contagion and he's exhaling it. He's letting it go. He's breathing it out. He's in control. But then naive, I opened up to you. I mean, I think we all do that when we're younger. We just don't understand what we're getting into. We're more vulnerable. And so we trust without question. We're more optimistic and less suspicious. So, I mean, that's just part of, I think, being a kid and growing up and learning. And then when he says mania, it's very clear that he's talking that this is an introspective battle. This was a venom for the mind, and now he's basically exiled it from him. Then there's an interlude. The deceiver says, he says, you belong to me. You don't want to breathe the light of the others. Fear the light, fear the breath, fear the others for eternity. But I hear them now. Inhale the clarity. Hear the venom in what you say inoculated. Bless this immunity. Yeah, so this is very much about the title of the song. I mean, it is the title of the song in the album, but I think this is really setting the tone. Seems like basically what he's saying is that fear wants to isolate you and control you, but if you fight that and open up to the world, you will inhale the clarity. You'll see things for what they are. It will illuminate the world for you in an honest light. But then the chorus, exhale, expel, recast my tale, weave my allegorical elegy? So I think what he's saying there is that he's like rewriting his story. Again, taking control, and I think in this case he means taking control of his destiny, taking control of his life. But the lyrics continue, enumerate all that I'm to do, calculating steps away from you. My own motesis, growing through division from mania. So I'm usually really good with words, but he's throwing me some curveballs here. Okay, so a motesis is basically like cells dividing. And then he says growing through division from mania. So maybe what he's saying is that he's dividing himself and then growing, so because that's what cells do, right? They keep breaking apart and multiplying. I just love how they integrate biology into their work. I think that's really effective. I think when you're very aware of your own body, you're very aware of your own mind and everything. Those are the ingredients to really help you get to homeostasis. But the chorus repeats, and then the bridge. Forfeit all control. You poison. You spectacle. Exercise the spectacle. Exercise the malady. Exercise the disparate. Poison for eternity. Purge me and evacuate. The venom and the fear that binds me. It's kind of weird that he's using so many biblical type words. Exercise. Bless this immunity. But I think that's pretty self-explanatory. He's basically saying that this fear, this poison within him, you're relinquishing all your control over me and I'm taking control. It's a declaration. And then the outro, your veil now, lift away. I see you running, deceiver chased away, a long time coming. I love that, your veil now, lift away. It's, you can no longer hide, you can no longer conceal what you are. I got your number. You're getting the hell out of here. You know, this is actually really nice coming off of 10,000 Days because his peace was so interrupted in that album. And to see that he found a foothold and climbed out of that and maintained his peace and is still fighting for the best he can be, that's amazing. Because I genuinely felt bad listening to 10,000 Days, especially after Lateralis, because I thought Lateralis was such a positive force. And to see him kind of take a step back, it hurt. But yeah, there's definitely more of a certainty in these later works from them. I feel like Tool was asking more questions, or there was more uncertainty in the beginning of their discography, and now we're at a point where he's declaring things. But I will say this, if this is what the album's going to be like, I can sort of see why some people might be disappointed with it, because 13 years, and then for it to come in kind of slower and more chunky and less traditionally exciting, I can understand that. However, I've had the benefit where I didn't have to wait very long, so I'm just loving it. But yeah, I thought this was a really strong opener. I really enjoyed this. Next week, we're going to be doing Pneuma, which was my first ever reaction to Tool. I just did the live one with Danny at the drum cam. So it's going to be really interesting to listen to the studio version and hear it in this capacity. And dive into the lyrics. I mean, I never really looked at the lyrics. Definitely let me know what you guys think. I'd be very curious to see. But that's where I'm going to end the video. I appreciate you stopping in and hanging out with me. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Helps the channel grow, helps the video reach more people, and I appreciate it a lot. And wherever you are, I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a good night. And as always, I look forward to the next one. Peace.